What's up, YouTube? This is YouTube bringing you an actual video finally with my Infernity deck facing someone with a pretty high ranking. He had a 1700 average about for singles and 1500 for matches. And this is my Infernity deck with the triple Archer, Infernity Archer. I actually run 3 Infernity Archers in the deck. This deck actually received a lot of controversy, a lot of bad comments on Crystalmorph12's channel. I actually felt pretty bad for him because it's not something that he should be getting from, loyal viewers. But I decided to record a bunch of matches. I played one right now, and this is actually going pretty well. I started off with Dark Grepher. I actually got to use the Archer to special summon him, and then I used his effect. I used the Armageddon Knights effect. I used Lava Chains effect. 3 different effects where he could have dropped a Veiler. And I was really trying to pull out the Veiler. He didn't have Veiler or Maxi, which was very fortunate. If he had a Veiler, I would hopefully keep going until I can get the Archfiend. He would Veiler everything before that, and then I would just read more in the Archfiend. I started going off as hard as possible. I made a couple exceeds. I put the Archfiend out again. I used the launcher up, and I just wanted to have at least one synchro. I drew an Infernity Break, so I decided to go with, rather than barriers, I went with the Infernity Break technique of having a Void Ogre Dragon and 2 Infernity Breaks, because that just works out really well. My personal favorite actually is to have 2 Void Ogre Dragons and then have something like Vanity's Emptiness out, so they really can't destroy it, and you can negate it without putting a card into the grave. You don't use anything like a barrier that'll go to grave. And yeah, the Infernity Breaks actually worked out really well. I phase destroyed any back row that I was afraid of. I was happy to hit the compulsory. That would have really hurt. Here I could have used the MST as soon as I drew it. I decided not to though, because maybe he had a Fiendish Chain, so I activated Lava Chains effect. I'll just chain the MST, stuff like that. I definitely needed to stack that last Archfiend, and then I decided to set the MST instead of using it, because he could have chained whatever he set, and then I'd negate it with Void Ogre Dragon, so I'd be minus. By just setting MST, I'm okay with just negating anything he activates. And then I realized here that he's playing Box of Friends. It was a new card for me. I made a mistake here. I should have attacked with Lava Chain. I stupidly thought 18, 15, 1900, those were the defenses. So it's whatever though. I decided to let it go, and he made an exceed with the 2. Box of Friends are actually really good card, especially because everything it brings out actually doesn't die until the next end phase after they come out. So they actually survive long enough for you to do whatever you want to do with them. And yeah, the exceed he actually makes ends up being quite a problem. It's got a lot of effects to it. Brings back the Box of Friends, and every time every time you kill a normal monster, it can actually detach material to bring one of them back. And yeah, it's just field presence was definitely becoming an issue. And yeah, now that I had the Archfiend, I could have started getting my barriers popping. He dropped the Maxi, so I decided not to special summon too much. Not that I really could anyway. My field is practically full in terms of monsters, so I just got that one barrier. I realized a lot of monster effects are happening here, so I should probably start stopping them and stuff. And yeah, I just continued on from there. I decided to just go in, do another 800 burn and just attack and kill everything I possibly can. I was wondering if I should detach in attack mode so I can kill the exceed he has, but I decided to just burn 800 and start attacking everything. This exceed keeps that monster presence on the field very well, and it comes out really hard to bother it if you have other normal monsters around with it. And yeah, he maintained his 2 exceeds, so practically didn't lose anything. And the best part about cards like Rescue Rabbit and Box of Friends and stuff like that is that they really thin out your deck. They thin out cards you don't want to draw. That's big. And now you can start drawing cards you actually do want to draw. And he starts his turn. He actually tries to go in for quite a move right now, actually. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what he was going to do. Oh right, yeah, he just attacks. I'm actually getting ready to take the attack and bring back Avenger, because I know he wants to shut off the barrier if he can. And I also want to take the time right now to apologize to a lot of you who have actually been, messaging me on DN and Facebook and stuff about when am I going to upload another video. I'm actually sorry for not having done that. I'm actually working really hard lately to get into medical school, so that's actually been a very big priority for me. And now that I mentioned medical school, I guess a lot of it makes sense. I've been extremely busy. but I'm actually done with my applications and stuff right now, so I'm much more free. And yeah, this is actually the biggest part. Now I have 2 barriers. I searched one and I drew one, so I decided to set everything. You know, I killed the last normal monster he had, and I ended with Avenger in attack mode. I was like, you know, if anything, it'll keep the barriers alive. I do make a small minor misplay here. I activate the barrier that I drew rather than the one that I had searched. So, you know, I guess he didn't remember, so he wanted a Solemn Judgment, the barrier I drew, and then I barriered the other Solemn Judgment he just activated. And now Infernity Avenger in attack mode just came off as the game-winning card, because I'm pretty sure he can't do anything anymore. And yeah, that was the end of that. Game 2, I realized he didn't really side, so I was like, alright, you know, it's okay. It's cool. I won't be a jerk and side and whatnot. And I actually honestly didn't know what to side too much of. I was actually going to just go with Night Beams because he had compulsory. And now that he said everything, I realized a little bit of siding wouldn't have hurt. But, you know, I drew a lot of spell cards, so I was like, let's see how many of his traps I can pull out. I activated the Grepher's effect. You know, he didn't Veiler it. He didn't activate any trap. And I think, yeah, I didn't actually really go for it. I was scared. I was scared of saying like a torrential or a compulsory fucking up my plays, stuff like that. And I ended actually. I didn't even set the MST. I didn't want him to end phase MST, my MST, because I was hoping he would activate some continuous trap card he might have sided in or something. Maybe he did a quick side. I was actually not too sure about that part either. I was going to set the barrier. I decided not to do that either. Right now, I first went for the Armageddon Knight. I might as well not give up a normal summon for the turn and thin out my deck by 2 cards. You know, the Rhoda got me that, and Armageddon Knight is going to thin out a card again, so that's 2. Foolish thinned out another one, so that's 3. Right here, actually, I was going to make a vital choice. I was about to 1-for-1 the Armageddon Knight to bring out Mirage. I do have 2 targets, but I decided not to go for that either. I just wanted to pull out his MST, so I set down shit. I was hoping he would MST the barrier, but he MST'd my MST, so I was like, alright, you know, that's fine. He tries to go in for a little bit more damage here. I take it. Nothing I can do there. And then I actually end up not doing too well in this one game. I never freaking drew another monster to discard for 1-for-1. But number 85 was actually very funny. He rolled the dice twice, and both times he rolled a 1, so he had himself twice. Went down to 4,000 and then again down to 2,000. I was like, you know, maybe I can win this if I can just get Archer. It would have been great for the game. You know, it would have been great for the message I'm trying to give you guys. But I actually never even drew the Archer. You know, Archer would have been a great top deck if I got it. I had card destruction. I had 1-for-1. But I never drew the Archer, so it didn't happen. And he ended up killing me next turn actually, because I'm not getting any. Oh, actually this turn right now, yeah, because I just had no field presence. It's a lot of damage. Oh right, he chooses not to attack with the number 85 this turn. I'm not sure why he did it. I actually checked at the text. I was like, you know, oh, this card cannot attack. All right, there you go. So that's why. And I drew Vanity's Emptiness. I card destructioned it, hoping I would top deck Archfiend. That didn't happen either. So no Archer, no Archfiend. Couldn't get the 1-for-1 to go off. I realized right now he actually took a while, so I was like, you know, maybe I should side, because it looks like it's pretty critical now that I've lost the game. And I decided to put in Starlight's game 3, because I'm actually not going first. So if I do set a bunch of stuff, I would like to have defense on it. And yeah, this is where game 3 starts off. I drew a pretty decent hand to, you know, set stuff up. I was thinking between whether or not to set everything or not, and I decided I will set everything. So I'm just gonna go off with Grepher. I actually pulled out a Veiler, which I was very happy for. Pulled out a Veiler from Grepher's effect. He really didn't want me to get Archfiend into the grave, so I decided I won't put Archfiend in the grave. I'll just stack it. I'll put Archfiend on top, and if I can get to the point where I can top deck him, and I have 2 berries in the Judgment set, I should be able to go off. On his turn, of course, and he pulls a Blind MST, and of all the cards, he hits that Solemn Judgment. I was very scared for a second. I was like, you know, maybe he has heavy next. That would have sucked. But yeah, he just went off with his Box of Friends thing. He wanted to make sure he can kill the Lava Chain, I guess, but he didn't kill the Lava Chain, and they had to come out in defense mode. So I thought he was gonna go into Black Corn. That didn't happen either. He just went with the normal play of the deck, which to just keep field presence alive with Box of Friends and whatnot. So there it is, and he didn't set anything, so I was very happy. I was like, you know, worst case scenario, he can max C, but he can't Baylor the Archfiend because it's drop phase. And he actually ended up having nothing to stop it. So I just went, and I got to do everything I needed to do. I could have actually sent Archer. I was thinking about it, you know, but then I realized he actually has a lot of life points right now. So one punch from Archer won't be enough. I would actually need multiple Archers. And I do have the barriers already. In fact, sending Archer would have been a good idea for this video, just to demonstrate to you guys how pretty dumb his effect is of being able to attack directly. You know, 3 direct attacks with him and then just do 1 cowboy would have been enough to take out his 6800, and I would have my barriers alive. But since I already had barriers, I didn't need to search for Archfiend either. But I decided to just, you know, go with Archfiend plays. I was trying to make sure I can keep as much field presence, as much strength, and the possibility of exceeding 4. So yeah, there he goes. He finally kills the Lava Chain. Very unfortunate that he can't get the Box of Friends effects popping right now. I made a stupid mistake. It's okay though. He already knew I had the Infernity break there, but yeah, I have no Infernity cards in grade, so couldn't end phase destroy his trap. Regardless though, I had 2 barriers. He didn't activate it yet, so now he definitely can't activate it anymore. I had the choice of either making a Shockmaster or not, but I can't really call monster effects because then I wouldn't be able to use Necromancer. So I went with exceeding for Cowboy, just so I can detach. He compulses it, and you know, that was fair play, I guess. I'm not really sure. Necromancer is gonna activate its effect. That would have been a good time to compulse. Either way, he, I guess, didn't want me to have an Infernity card in my grade that would destroy the compulse. I'm not sure. Regardless of the choice he had, I decided to go into Mistworm and get rid of the Box of Friends for sure, because I didn't want that effect going off, thinning his deck by 2 again. And I couldn't target the Exceed because of its own effect, so he took back the other 2. And I was definitely able to kill the Exceed though, because now it doesn't have any partners. And my Necromancer in attack mode would actually be safe right now because I have 2 barriers and then the Infernity break that will kill anything that tries to attack it. Right now he actually tries to MST the break because he's got the 2 monsters I sent back. Either one of those would be great to kill Necromancer. He realizes he can't kill Necromancer because I'll break whatever he attacks with. And he tries to make a defensive play, but you know, this one actually I was thinking of burying it. I didn't barrier it. He actually goes pretty plus with it. It's a pretty decent, it's actually really good actually. Cloud of Duplicity for that deck is great. Very nice card. And he draws 2. I was very afraid now. I was, you know, maybe he has heavy Dark Hole, that would suck. He set 2 traps. I was definitely scared. I was, you know, I decided to Infernity break one of them. I should definitely break one of them so I could bury the other. I broke a freaking Solemn Warning, so that was awesome. And at this point, with 2 Necromancers, 1 alive from last turn and the other alive right now, it was just game over. There was nothing he could have done. I had another break. He had another compulsory. His compulse could have saved him if I didn't draw another Necromancer. But yeah, with all this shit, I mean, that's it. From here, it's clearly game. I'm just gonna go into my usual, my other second plan B, basically, is what it's called for me. The Void Ogre with Infernity breaks. And just make as much field spam as I can, because I know the face down is Box of Friends. So I want to have as many monsters out to kill all the monsters he brings. Set up a barrier for the next time he tries to do a Box of Friends or anything like that. And then yeah, I just killed everything I could. I killed the Box of Friends, I killed the 2 monsters he brought out. And I just attacked directly. I was pretty sure he wouldn't have a Gorse. If he did, it would have been sort of a trouble, not really. And then yeah, that was it. That was the end of that. So thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll definitely be bringing a lot more. Thank you.